Hello, my name is Travis Vickerson, and today we're going to talk about the operator, which is module number 6 in TCIA's Tree Care Academy, Crane Operations Specialist. All right, the operator. Operator is a crucial role in the tree care industry. I'm sure I'm going to spur on some conversation right now, but there was an exemption made by OSHA a few years back that made it where to operate a crane in the tree care industry, you did not have to be a licensed operator. That is only true in the event that you're operating and only picking up raw organic material. That was written in there for more of yarder cranes for logging operations. It was not meant with the intention of the arboriculture industry. So as soon as you hook your crane up to a person and hoist your person, you are no longer lifting raw organic material. You are now lifting actual person. You have to be a licensed operator. If you hooked up to a stump grinder, lift a stump grinder to a backyard, you have to be a licensed operator. So there's a lot of individuals who are operating under this premise that they don't have to have a license to operate a crane in tree care, and that's not true. That is only true if you were only picking raw organic material. For as far as the knuckle boom operators that are running the Mechanol saws or the grapple head saws, there's been a lot of discussion about that. Technically, that is a material handler. That is not a crane. So technically, if you want to play in the gray area, you do not have to be a qualified operator to operate that piece of machinery. But in the event that you have an incident, OSHA's going to look at what training did you have in order to operate that piece of equipment. That's one of the legs that OSHA always stands on is, did you have training in that? So being a licensed operator gives you that training to say you've had training in that. My opinion, if you're running a knuckle boom and you're running a grapple saw, though you're only picking raw organic material, you are hoisting a piece of machinery. That machinery therefore requires you to have a license to operate. Also, the opinion of if you're going to operate a machinery as expensive as this is, why would you not get an operator's license? So that's just my little soapbox on operator's license. Again, it's America. You choose to do what you want, but that's just kind of how I feel about it. Big things with the operator. One of the new things that came in the Z133 in 2017 is the requirement that anytime you're making a blind pick, meaning you cannot see the piece itself of material as the operator, or you cannot see the person making the cut or doing the rigging of the material, you have to be in radio communication with them. The construction industry, the OSHA construction standard allows us to use spotters to translate hand signals. So you could have somebody in the backyard translating a hand signal to somebody in the side yard who translate the hand signal to somebody in the front yard to the crane operator. The Z133, it's a shall that you have to have radio communication when doing blind picks to eliminate any of those miscommunications that could occur when working in that close proximity to a person. So blind picks, you got to make sure you have good communication through radio communication. Other also is hand signals. All right. For the operators that are pre-tensioning picks, when you're pre-tensioning picks, make sure you use boom up, not hoist up. So in this pick here, if my load is hanging right here, let me just put my sling back on here real quick. Sorry about that, folks. All right. And I'm going to pick this piece up. I would not want to pre-tension my load, meaning I wouldn't want to apply pressure on this by just cabling up. Because what you're going to end up having, which is called boom deflection, meaning my boom is going to bend a little bit. That's normal. As the boom bends, though, this piece is now going to drift further away from my radius. So we want to pre-tension by actually booming up to pull pre-tension, not by hoisting up. So the boom tip actually travels back closer to the crane. So you may not be exactly plumb, but what happens now when the piece is cut free, this piece comes into boom deflection, puts the boom tip directly over the piece should stay perfectly still. You don't want to operate either way, backwards or forwards. We've had documented cases of cranes failing when they've done a pick, a larger, heavy pick. The piece deflected the boom. It drifted outside of the load radius that it was good for, and the crane ended up flipping over. Because the operator did not pull tension and pre-tension using boom up, they just use hoist line. So that's one of the big things from the operator standpoint is being a licensed operator, having good communication through hand signals and radio communication, and also by pre-tensioning, by not hoisting up, by booming up instead. And that's it for section 6. Thank you for tuning in for this module. Hopefully you got a lot of information out of it and can utilize this information to help you complete the Tree Care Academy Crane Operations Specialist book.